Hi, everybody. It's John DePietro. I am with nationally recognized RV technician Chris Dougherty. And Chris, it's the middle of winter, Chris, and a lot of people have had their RVs and travel trailers in the storage units and areas for several months now. What should they be looking for at this time of year?
Well, it's really important that people check their RVs during the course of the winter, John. And the first thing you're going to take a look at on the outside of the coach, you want to make sure that nothing has fallen down on the coach, especially people with seasonal units where there's trees over top. Make sure that there's no damage, that a branch or something hasn't come down and actually hit the unit. And then there's a few other maintenance things that they should be taking a look at. One of the things is rodent infestation, which is something I talk a lot about. Mice and especially mice can get into a coach and actually cause a lot of damage. So you're going to be looking for signs of that.
So there's no such thing as having just a mouse in the coach, huh?
No, usually mice come in multiple numbers. So you'll have if you have one, you've got 3, 4, or more in the coach.
Now, Chris, a lot of people think that if their unit is stored indoors, then they don't have to do anything. Is that true?
If it's stored indoors, they have less that they have to do, to be honest with you, especially if it's a climate-controlled environment. And sometimes when it's stored indoors, they're so tightly packed together, like at a fairgrounds or something, that they really can't get into it.
But if they do have access, what are some of the things that they should be looking for now or doing?
Yeah, well, one of the first things is if you have a motorhome, you want to be testing the engine on the chassis. You want to run it once a month, maybe for half an hour. And the same thing with the genset. You want to run the generator for half an hour under about a 50% load once a month. That's what the manufacturers recommend for it. You want to be taking a look at the coach, and again, the rodent infestation. You also want to look for leaks, things like that, in case something has come through and done some damage to the coach.
So RVing season is almost here, depending upon depending upon where you live. Chris, we want to thank you so much for taking time from your busy day to share these valuable tips.
Absolutely, my pleasure, John. Thank you.
Let's go RVing, everybody.
All right, sounds good.